Traveling. Many people love it. Trying cultural food, learning about the history of another country, bringing souvenirs, seeing different landscapes and making memories. Like I said, many people love it. Taking a house with you makes it a lot easier. That explains why campervans, RVs, motorhomes, and caravans exist. I've been dreaming about traveling the world. I've made some plans for a van. However, there is a tiny problem. Not just lack of money and that I don't have a driver's license. I want kids. Now you could say that isn't a problem. But it kind of is. Most of the time, the kids are cramped up with no privacy. And a curtain doesn't give much privacy. Traveling is interesting for kids, but sleeping in a tiny space, or in the winter with the whole family in a tiny space. Also, the majority of the time the parents have this large bedroom and a bathroom. Not just in RVs, also in houses. I saw a few families where the parents have a large bedroom, a bathroom, and walk-in closet. Meanwhile, the children sleep with like 4 people in a smaller room. I mean, do parents even ask the opinions of their children and take those into their ideas? Probably a few people will say, but we are the parents. True, but your children and what they need matter. It might be your dream or from you and your partner. But if your dream is the only thing that matters, then don't have kids. Honestly, I think many parents forget that children are human beings with their own personal needs. One child isn't the other. You can't have one parenting style for every kid. Sometimes you need to change it a bit. Sometimes I see parents dressing their children like the kids are some kind of dress-up doll. Something that also bothers me, often parents think they know their child inside out. And they know what the children feel and need. The majority of the time they don't. Influencer parents often post videos about how they parent their children. It's okay for tips for new parents to try out. Try out in capital letters. But that doesn't mean that this parenting style is the best. Most of the time these parents also use their children for views. Most of time it's visible these children don't want to be on camera. Also, I saw a post on Pinterest, I think. It was about how hitting children is the best way to learn. And that now it's seen as abuse. That's because it is. Violence against children isn't the way. They'll learn that using violence is okay and acceptable. I saw people agreeing in the comments that they came out okay. Well, that's only because you were manipulated into the belief that it's okay. I also heard stories from people in my family that they were okay that teachers sometimes hit a child with a ruler when they misbehave. Violence doesn't teach anything. Something that also bothers me are parents who force their beliefs on their children, or decide what happens to the bodies of their children. If they have gender dysphoria, get them checked by a trained therapist and help the children achieve happiness. If they want to have an abortion, let them. Not everyone wants to be a parent. Your children don't owe you grandchildren. If they love someone of the same sex, let them. It's their life. Respect your children and their choices, as long they're not hurting any person, themselves or animal alive. Don't push your children's boundaries. People set boundaries to protect themselves. Don't push your children to go higher than they're capable of. Most of the time those are your dreams, not the ones from your kid. Children imitate what their parents do. As a parent, you kind of become your child's inner voice, so to speak. If you do that, your children are likely to always want your approval or put your wants and needs above their own. Of course that's handy for you, but that just makes you selfish. Or else you probably die by each other's side or alone in a nursing home. Even though I'm turning 22 this year and I can't relate to everything I just mentioned, I can relate to a few. So I do have experience in a lot of these things. And it left me with a lot of anxiety. Most of the time I put others above me even when I need help. I'm just hoping with making these kind of videos I can help people from the better. Since it was getting close to the upload date, I decided when I find articles I'll link them in the description or comments. See